Good morning, YouTube. Another beautiful day. Hot, muggy. Gotta do a little bit of work here on the car, nothing crazy. So on a previous video, I talked about all the mods I have done to the car. I have a DC Sport header, the 421, and when I bought it, it was a good deal, so I jumped on it. I never really wanted to put on headers, but I saw the deal and I just couldn't, not get that deal. I think it was last year's Black Friday deal on hybrid. They had the DC Sport header on sale. I think it retails for over $500, and they had it for like $260, $270, something like that. So I jumped on it just because it was a pretty good price. So immediately, right when I installed it, and of course, all the stuff that I had heard already about it, about the flex pipe this, flex pipe that, I was like, well, DC Sports is a pretty reputable company. They've been around for a while. So I said, screw it. They've been around since the 90s Hondas, It's probably not necessarily the best brand that everybody wants to get, but it has been around for a long time. That just tells you something about the company. Okay, so whatever. Anyways, I put it on, and immediately when I put it on, I turned it on, I automatically heard a vibration. It was always maybe like around 3 to 3,500 RPM, 3K to 3,500 RPM when I would hear the vibration, like a rattling noise. Then it kept getting worse. And I bought it in November, probably installed it months later down the road, maybe like February, March, I installed it. And since then, it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And right now, it rattles pretty bad. When you're sitting in the car, at idle, you could hear it, rattling. So I hit up DC Sports. DC Sports, and I just sent them a text through online. I was like, hey, I looked up for the warranty, right? And they said that it has like a year warranty. I hit them up, sent them a message. They responded fairly quick. And then they said, okay, send me a video and proof of purchase. I sent them the proof of purchase. I sent them a video of the sound that it was making. And then they said, okay, cool. We'll send you a whole new header. So big ups to DC Sports for that. So I have it here. It showed up yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. And I'm only going to swap out that second bottom piece. And then we'll go from there. Comes pretty well packaged. I just opened it up. Got that first piece. And that top piece. I'm not going to install this one. I'm just going to install this one. So this one, that's one big difference. It doesn't come with the flex pipe. So that's interesting. Okay, cool. 100% already, feeling better already. Comes with that. Obviously, you got a bag here with your donuts, bolts. So, cool. That's what it is. All right, let's get into the car. All right. So, I think this video just took a turn for what I want to do the video for. So, I was going to make a video on how, the DC Sport header are known for the flex pipe to go bad. I kind of looked down onto this one. Obviously, the new one doesn't have a flex pipe. Cool. Got it. So then I went ahead and got under there, and I was hearing the vibrations, and then I guess I didn't remember, but the header that I installed also doesn't have a flex pipe. So this is the one that I installed. You can see it right there, right? No flex pipe. So I got under there and I kind of hit it to hear the vibration, and I heard it, right? So I'm starting to try to look for any kind of the exhaust leak or something. Turns out the vibration wasn't coming from the header, and it probably started. It obviously started right when I installed the header, but I just think it could have been more airflow going through there, more vibrations, I guess, because the OEM one comes with a flex pipe. So what it caused it to do, there's a bracket back here on this heat shield for the cap, for the catalytic converter. There's a bracket that's there's a bracket right there. It's hard to see. All right, the bracket right there. It's welded to kind of like the back part of the, I'm gonna say, the catalytic converter. Let me see if I can get it a little bit better so you guys can see and know exactly what I mean. So I'm sure you can see on that one there's a bracket right here. This one, there's one on the other side too. So this one is welded right here onto the exhaust, right? And as I hit the header, I could hear it, right? So the heat shield is what's vibrating. So what I ended up doing, I just took off these screws, all 4 of them, right, for the heat shield. That's how I realized that that bracket is broken in the back. So the bracket must have been vibrating onto where it broke off of, back there. I took it all apart, put them back together, got them retied. I still put that broken bracket piece, I just didn't let it hit the exhaust where it's welded, because I'm guessing that's probably what was making the noise. Retied everything, and everything sounds solid. Obviously it's just gonna have to wait on to when I do the test drive. But yeah, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about this header other than the vibration that I was having, but everything was pretty good. I do need to get a new exhaust. The exhaust for these cars for some reason are pretty expensive. So I'm just trying to save up and actually get a good exhaust. You know, something, I don't know, we'll see what exhaust we end up getting. I did install my my subwoofer on the car yesterday. I took it off of my truck that I just sold, so I installed it. I really don't like the way it sounds. I'll probably it's a truck box. It sounded better in the truck, obviously, truck box. But okay, I'm getting sidetracked, but that's what I did yesterday, so I spent some money on that. So now I'm gonna wait to save a little bit more money for the header. But I guess the header review turned into a header review. All right, I have no complaints, and big ups to DC Sports, because they replaced it. They sent me a whole new header. Yeah, they sent me a whole new header. I mean, they had questions. I really thought it was the header that was causing that vibration. Finally got under there, and I've noticed that it's not. So, I mean, you know, that's, you know, big ups to DC Sports for, you know, their customer service. Really can't, you know, they can't complain. They're not going back on their word. But wow. Okay. I mean, I guess that's good. Doesn't make for good content, but I mean, it makes for a good company. So cool. All right, so a couple things. I know I was said I would turn into a review of the DC Sport header. It ended up not being the DC Sport header that was making the vibration. It ended up being that the catalytic converter, the heat shield. One of the brackets broke from the weld, so it was just that bracket's just vibrating up against that weld. Well, actually, I'm gonna test it out. Hopefully, that's what it was. It looks like that's what it was. Not when I hit it or I shake it, it makes no noise. I also, well, back to the DC Sport header. The DC Sport header, have no issues with it. I thought that's what was wrong with it. I thought it was an exhaust leak, vibrations, but it's not what it was. So, well, hopefully that's not what it was. But other than that, I mean, it was easy to install. It was harder taking off the old header, the stock exhaust manifold. But another thing I did, I think I said it earlier, a little bit earlier in the video. I sold my truck, I traded in my truck, and I ended up taking off had a 12-inch subwoofer, an amp in there, and a bass processor. I took that stuff off. Just got it installed on here. I cleaned up the wiring a little bit. I didn't like what they did. I should have just done the wiring myself. I've done everything else on this car on my own. I don't know why I had somebody else do it. So there's a couple of things that I didn't like that they did, right? So they put the You can see right there they left 2 holes right there in that plastic, which I hate it, because the whole thing about a car, what makes it look clean is when it looks stock, you know, or OEM. And I want to keep it as clean as possible. And then they go and they install so as I was saying, they go and they install the fuse right here. So they made holes in my plastic, which kind of really pisses me off. So that's the only thing I really didn't like. I went ahead and rerouted it. Obviously this is the wire. I ended up putting it down there. It's kind of hidden. I mean, I guess if I need to change it out, it might be a little bit difficult to get to, but it is what it is. I like it there. It's out of the way. You can't see it, because from here you really can't tell, unless you really know these cars, that there is an amp wiring. And that's this one. Goes down here, goes around. I zip tied it here to the stock, to this the stock loom right here. It's up here on this bracket. That's actually a bracket for this for the intake. It comes here, on here, and under here, and it goes in. So everything else looks pretty good. I mean, you can't really see it unless you really know what you're looking at. So it's kind of like what he did. He ran it from here. It went down under here, up here, and then you can see the wiring come all the way through here, and then it went here. Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. So I just I redid it myself. Same wiring. Had to cut a little shorter, obviously, for this piece, but I think it's good to go. I'm gonna give the engine bay a quick cleanup, and I'll show you an after. It's already clean, just a little dusting. But this is actually the bottle that I used, but this is not what is actually in here. It is called Pro Pearl. That's what I use on my plastics and on my tires. Nice matte finish. Not shiny, just nice and black. That's what it is. I just have it diluted. I think it's diluted like 1 for 1. So that's what I use for that. So show you when I'm done a little bit after. I use a brush just to get into some spots that I really can't get. But I kind of blew this off already. Have my blower there. I blew it off. I'm just gonna just clean it up, make things look a little bit cleaner and newer. So the car does have over 200,000 miles. So, but okay, I'll come back once I'm done. All right, here is the engine bay. Kind of looks the same. I always keep it pretty clean. I'll kind of dust it off and just wipe it down every so often. There's things that I don't like. There's things that I need to replace to make it look cleaner. Now I got to replace that piece of plastic that's there. I mean, it is what it is now. So the 2 holes right there that he left with that thing. But other than that, looks pretty clean. Looks pretty clean. The GTA car kit, the Bluetooth car kit, I've noticed it is very hot here. The last couple of days it's been getting to like 115 degrees. What I've noticed is that the GTA, when it's that hot, because where it's sitting, it stops working. So I'm running a little, the car's running a little bit. I guess it cools down and it kicks in. So I'm gonna probably have to hit them up. Yeah, up here in Coachella, the heat's pretty brutal. But yeah, like I said, just wiped it down. Products that I use, I always have. So this is a mix that it's not Bead Maker. It's in there, but Bead Maker attracts a lot of dust. Here in the valley, it doesn't work. I used to live up in Washington. It was great up in Washington. There's no dust. It would make the car shine. The gloss was at a different level. But here with the dust, and then I had a black truck, it was just not working out. So what I do a mix. It's called the Elixir, but I don't actually buy it pre-done. I know you could kind of mix it up. You go online, if you mix Reload and ECH2O, which is this one, and some water. It turns out to be a pretty good detailer, protectant, paint sealant. So I usually use that just to wipe stuff down on the inside. And then after I've wiped everything down, the painted surface is taken off the dust, I'll go over it with Car Pro Pearl. Diluted, like I said, it's in this bottle, but I don't, that's not what's in here. What it says here is Car Pro Reload, and it's diluted 1 to 1, 1 for 1. That's what I put on my tires. I haven't washed the car. I was gonna wash the car. Kind of got late. I was messing with the header and then trying to mess with that wiring. It's already probably like 95 degrees. The humidity is pretty bad today too. So I'm not gonna. I might do something to it. I'm not sure. I'll see right now. But it does need a cleaning. The one thing about white wheels that sucks is they get dirty. Yeah. So brake dust. They are ceramic coated. I did it myself, so stuff comes off pretty easy. It's just they're always dirty. Look at the rear wheels, ain't like that. It's just the front wheels. The rear wheels have some brake dust, but not the same. They're dusty. You can see them right here. You see that? But oh, and then I use so I wipe it down like I said, and I also have a brush to get into the nooks and crannies where I can't wipe down. So I just use this brush. I specifically keep it for that right here. So, but yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. It's like the way it looks. Things that I want. Other things I would like to do, because I want this engine bay to look clean. I want to get the, I don't know what this is called, like your spark plug cover or whatever. I know the one for I think the K21 fits it. And it's, or the Accords, when it's kind of like, it just goes here. I think that one looks a lot better. The A broke off. I just, I ended up taking it off because it would just spin. And then other things I wouldn't mind doing. I really don't want to change all the other stuff to all these brands. I want to keep it OEM plus. But I want to do the flat one from Hybrid. That's kind of cool. Also the dipstick, the old dipstick, that's kind of cool too. Just it makes it look a little cleaner. I need to clean up the valve cover. It's kind of messed up right there. I think that's kind of it for the engine bay. I don't know what else I could do, buy little things to make it look a little cleaner, but yeah. But that's it for the day. I will turn it on, see if there's any type of noises, but I gotta put those so I can be able to get the jack under it. But I'll just turn it on for everybody to hear. We'll try to listen up for those vibrations. So I turn on the vehicle. I usually hear the vibrations once the AC's on. AC's pumping. Car's on. I don't hear it anymore. I used to hear it right now. Even when I rev it, I hear some raspiness. Let's try it out. Sounds smooth. Sounds smooth. Smooth. That's what it was. I'm gonna have to hit up DC Sports. Let them know. So there it is. Some vibration from the engine. I don't know, it's from the AC, the compressor when it kicks on and off. Probably need some new engine mounts. I'm gonna have to look into that. But boom, there it is. Done. Please like, subscribe. To the next one.